Okay, now let's create a template for your emails. I'm back inside MailChimp, as you can see, and I've clicked the template menu up the top. And then MailChimp is clever enough to give us a nice little blue arrow here. So let's create a template. By the way, you can go straight into just starting and creating a campaign, which would just create an email that you're about to send. And then in that process, there is a place there where you can save that particular email as a template if you want. But just for the sake of things being sort of clean and clear cut, I thought I would go in and show you how I would do it using, the template. So anyway, here we go. So we've got basic here. I really like basic, and I'll show you why in a minute. But you've also got a whole bunch of really cool themes. So if you're really into, creating some beautiful looking things, you can actually come in here and create some amazing looking emails for your clients. Now, if you have particularly, arty clients and customers who like to look at pretty things, then this may well be a good thing for you to do. But I would like you to realize that when you create an email that's got lots of images in it and lots of other things happening, a lot of the email programs like Gmail and Microsoft and all the very popular ones, a lot of them will actually filter out emails that contain lots of images and links and things happening in them, because often they're the ones that come with nasties attached to them, so to speak. So unless somebody's actually said, yes, I want to hear from this person, and told the email program that that's the case, then your email deliverability may not be as good. Things are getting better in that respect. I think you are able to receive more and more better looking email, but just be aware and maybe do a bit of testing if you've got your heart set on one of these really pretty ones. Obviously, you can go through and choose different themes based on the category that you see there, or you can just look at them all. Then, of course, you can code your own. Now, we're just going to stay away from that for now. If you want to do that, then you might need to find another tutorial. Google it. I'm sure you could find one. Now, let's just pop back to the basic. Again, one of the things I really like is to do one column. Like I just like it to be simple. And maybe you're starting out with MailChimp and all this online stuff, then perhaps you too should just start out being simple. If you like, though, please come along and choose all these different, so they have different layouts and things that you might like to use. I am going to choose simple and show you what I would do if it was me, and it is me right now, setting up my first template. So here we're thinking about, well, what's going to be in an email all of the time? Every time I send an email, what am I going to want? Well, I'm going to want an image. And as you can see, there's an image block here. But very cleverly, I can also drag over any of these elements and add it. So that would add another text element there if I wanted to. Actually, don't want that in there though, so I'll take it out. So you hit delete and it removes itself. It automatically comes obviously with a place to put an image. If you wanted to put another image in, I could put an image down the bottom, and there's the image down there. Again, I'm just going to take that out for now. Hit delete. Just wanted to show you how that works. So I want to edit it. So I actually do want to put an image in the top. I'd like to put my logo. Now, I uploaded my logo to MailChimp earlier when I created those the emails related to the form. So my logo is already in here. So I'm going to select that, and it's pasted right at the top, and it's quite a nice size and everything, so that's cool. If I wanted to, I could edit it and do a few other things. You're more than welcome to do that. Let's have a look at the settings. So it's got, yes, I want it centered. It's got edge to edge, so you can fiddle with it and get it the way you want it, and some other bits and pieces there as well. So right now I'm happy with it as it is. And what the next thing I'm going to do is just look at this text here. So if I hit edit for the text, it gives me basically an image editor, a text editor, just like you would normally see in your Word documents or your page documents if you use a Macintosh. So here I can, maybe what I would normally put in here actually, normally I have a heading, and I kind of like it to be in the middle. So I might just write in here heading, and then I will change that when it comes to me actually sending an email. And then I would normally say hi or hi there, but at the moment for this I'll just do hi. Now the merge tags are those ones where it will go and grab the name. So remember how I used that quite a bit in the all of the things that people saw after they hit the form when they signed up. So you can actually go and grab those merge tags from over here, as you saw in the drop down list. So in this instance, I just want the first name. Actually, let me just check that. What have we got here? Oh, that's a list name. I'm thinking that's the right one. But because it says list name, I'm a bit frightened that it's going to say hi, what is it, mission, hi Mojo challenge list or something like that. And if it says that, that's not what I wanted to say. So I will go back and check that and I will let you know. Let me see. It's got the address. Yeah, no, I think it might be. Anyway, I'll double check that. Again, it's not too difficult to find out what you need to put there. Now, the rest of this text here obviously is not going to be what I want, so I'm going to remove that. And I might just put here, just for my own sake, body text. All right, and then I'll just hit close for a minute. The other thing you can add, which I often add, is a footer. So put the footer often here. Actually, there's already a footer in there. You don't need to add two. So we'll delete that. As you can see, in here it contains a bunch of information which you don't understand, and that's because it gets pre-populated from information that MailChimp already knows about you. That may include the social medias. So actually, there you go. You want Twitter to actually go to your Twitter account. So mine's Michelle F. I don't need to put a link text in there. That's fine as it is. Maybe I should make the Facebook group. So use this URL down here. So that will go to the Facebook group rather than a Facebook page. And then, of course, as I've pointed out heaps of times before, we will make the, where are we? We'll make the website link go to Mission Mojo. So then when people click on it, that's where they will end up. Sorry about that. The noise you just heard was one of the children throwing a ball towards the house. Anyway, obviously you can add videos, you can add all sorts of other different things here. I often put in a little bit at the bottom about me. Sometimes, maybe I usually put it in the footer. I haven't done one of these for a little while. So here in the footer, I might actually, I don't know whether to put it in here or not. You can work it out yourself, whatever you would like to do. But I often end things in warmly or regards or whatever. I put my normal signature, and I'll come back and correct this to the normal signature that I use quite often in emails these days. So I've put it in the footer at the moment. Actually, I don't want that to be, I don't know why. Anyway, I will do a fiddle with it because it's obviously not quite the way I would like it, and there's not much point you watching over my shoulder as I do things which are taking too long. So you get the idea. So what we're going to do now is save and exit, and we want to call this, just call it Mission. So this is whatever works for you in your the way you save things and store things and catalog them. So we've called that one Mission Mojo. All right, now what I'm going to do now is go over to campaigns, and I'll just show you how to get started. So a campaign, as I said, is you're going to send an email. Okay, again, we've got the lovely blue button, and we want to send a regular campaign. There are obviously other kinds you can send, and you can go and experiment with those. Now, if here it tells you can select the entire list. At the moment there's two, they both happen to be me, or you can segment out the list, so based on all sorts of things like when they first when they first subscribe to your list, and other bits and pieces. I think we did mention that before, so maybe if they live in a certain place, blah, 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 blah. All those there's bits and pieces you can do with segmentation, which are quite exciting. But of course, right now, the only thing we can really segment is, well, we can't segment, we're going to go to the entire list. So we go next. So down here is where you find the menu of your track through setting up your email. Now, this is the campaign. This is going to be internal, so whatever you write here, no one else is going to see it except you, and it's just a way, again, of you keeping track of what you're sending. So this one might be, let me see, I'm going to call it first email about challenge, something like that. All right. Now, the subject line, I would make sure that people understand very quickly. I mean, you know yourself when you look at your emails that you get hundreds and hundreds of emails, and you don't want to answer them all. And the content is one of the big things that gets people to actually open it. So making a good subject line, I should say subject line is what makes people open the email. Having a good subject line goes a long way to you actually getting people to read your content. So Content Mojo challenge, I might go important info. I actually had organised something else, but that'll do it for now. So you can do that. Full stop. Now it's going. These are the things that we set earlier when we first set it up, and so that was Michelle at Mission Mojo. I can change it at this stage, and I can change the from address as well. If I change the from address though, MailChimp will want to send an email to that new from address to confirm that I actually am the person who owns that from address, so that you can't go in and just set it up and have it come from an email address that you don't actually have any rights over. So that's a good sort of security. Now, I don't worry about any of these other things. There are other things here that you can fiddle with and play with. Again, that's this. We talked about automatically tweeting or Facebooking your messages, and this is part of that process here. I'm going to leave that for now, and we're just going to click next, and we get on to the template section. And look, so you can go in and you can create a template from scratch, you can create, what you're going to use from scratch, or we can go in and we can use the save templates. Now, we've already saved one. How strange is that? So we'll click select, and look at that. That's exactly what we were playing with before. So we want to edit what's going on here, and I'll open it up. Now, I have something I did prepare earlier, which is the entire text, so that you don't actually have to watch me go through and type it out. Again, I'll probably come in and edit it a bit later before I work out what to send. So this is a whole lot of text to go into the first email that I want to send people a couple of weeks before we have the kickoff, so to speak. So let me see, I can get it to slide down. I do need to check to make sure that that's the correct thing to have there. Now, I also had a heading that I was thinking to use, which is here, and I can put that there. And so now I've got a heading, and I've got the email, and I've actually already put talk soon there. So for this case, I will remove this from here. I haven't actually set that up properly yet anyway, so I'll go back in and work out how to do that at a later stage. So I'll hit save, and so my email is basically done, apart from when I wrote it out, I included some URLs, so some links. So this here is a link for people to send their friends. So what I'll do is copy the URL. This is how I would do it when I'm creating this sort of thing. And I actually would create what we call a hyperlink. So I will highlight the text that I want to be the link, and then I will go up and find the linking icon, which is this one. Then I will paste the link in there, and I will hit insert. So there's that link, and then I had another one down here for the Facebook group to make sure that people have actually gone over and joined the Facebook group in order to participate in the challenge. So we hit the link and hit paste, and there you go. Now you've got two links going on. You hit save and close. So now that's it. That's how I wanted it to look, and I'm happy with that. It's simple. I don't want too much confusion. I may might go and find another image to perhaps break up the text, but for this purpose and to show you how to do it, that's all I'm going to do. So you can come along and drag any of these things over and put them in this section over here in order to edit them and make your emails, a little bit funkier and get more information in. Now, if I look up here, something that you need to be very aware of is that you can send yourself a test, and it's actually a really good idea to do so, because I don't know how many times I have actually made a mistake in some way, just in the copy, for example, and just said something really silly or just absolutely weird. Usually people forgive me, but if you send yourself a test email, then that will, you'll get to see what it looks like in an email program, and then you read through it, you'll probably pick up anything that shouldn't be there. So you do that. Pretend I've gone and checked it. I'm not actually going to send this email, obviously. Well, I could just send it to myself. But this is the last part we get to. So if we come down here, we've got the list. So again, it tells you that you've got 2 lists. You can edit at any of these stages. You've got the subject line. You've got with a reply. You've got a bit of tracking stuff. Now, it does say that I've done something here that they're not happy with. And that is, I'll show you. So if you hit resolve, it'll take you back to wherever the error is. And what they're saying is, see this little bit up here, which I neglected to show you. It's a tiny bit of text that's included in all of them, and it's a great way. It's a great way to put like a little bit of subliminal sort of stuff there, I suppose. But it's just a small text that appears on the top of all of these emails. You can delete it if you like. You don't have to have anything here, but it's a waste of space if you don't. It's sort of expecting you to put something in there. So I might just go, let's create some epic content for your business online. How's that? I'll just leave it like that and go save and close, and again hit next. I could actually flick along down the bottom menu too and go and have a look at each of those individual ones. Now, of course, it says I'm all set, and if we come down here, the error has been taken away, so that's good. There's a plain text version being made up because some people have email programs where they can only receive plain text and no sort of images of any sort or links. And then you've got social cards. Again, that's the bit where you can set it up to go over to your Facebook or your Twitter. And then the monkey rewards, that's nothing you need to really worry about. It's just part of it being a free program. So then you would hit send. Actually, I will send it because it's only going to go to me anyway. So you can get another warning. Do you really want to send it? And then you hit send. And off it goes. Now I will just hit pause, and then I'll go and collect it from my inbox so you can have a look. Okay, here we are back in my email program, and you can see that it's safely arrived. We've got the subject line we put in, obviously the image. What it did do though in Gmail is arrive in the promotions inbox. So sometimes you need to write little messages about that kind of thing to your potential clients so that they know that it's not always going to land where you want it to. Now see here, this is an interesting, see it says Content Mojo Challenge. So I was afraid it might say that. So I will go back in and find out what the correct bit one is to put in there. That won't take me a minute, and I'll quickly edit it, put it onto this video for you. Now down the bottom, these particular links all link to where we sent them to, and you'll notice that in the first video, I think it was the first video, we created this little thing to tell people why they're actually here, and there it is at the bottom of this email. And every email that you send out, it'll be there, including your address as well, your business name and your address. So there you go, that worked. So I will be back in just a sec, and I'll let you know what the code is we need to put in here. It won't be a tick. Actually found it, but what I'll do is show you another really handy thing. You can replicate an email. So when you first come back in and look at the campaigns now, we'll see that there's a campaign gone. I actually also noticed that I must have hit shift, and so instead of 1, that's actually an exclamation mark. So there's all sorts of things going wrong with this, but it's actually good to show you what can happen. So anyway, hit replicate. That's often if I'm sending the same email to a whole bunch of different lists, then I will replicate. So again, it'll takes you through, it's replicating the email. I can send it to a different list if I want, but what I actually want to do is edit this one. I'll leave it as copy because I know that that's only for me anyway. That's not for the recipient, our subscribers. Now here I want to edit this to what I have just discovered. It should be that. So that's first name. That means the first name of the person will be in the email. Now I hit save and close and hit next. And then I will send it again. Everything should be pretty much the same. So it's a very quick way for you to, like if you have multiple lists but you want to send them all the same email, you can replicate and then send it out. You may not need to change anything at all. And then it'll just say, if you flick back over to campaigns, we'll now have 2 campaigns. One will be the copy and one will be the original, which is this one here. So the original is the one with mistakes and the copy is the one where I corrected everything. I'll just go and check the email so that you can see it with my name actually there instead of the incorrect name of the campaign or whatever it is. Anyway, okay, I'll be back in a minute. Here we are back again, and look, yay! It's actually addressed to me, so that wasn't so hard after all. The other thing I wanted to point out is that when we went and changed that little bit of text at the top of the email, there you go, that's all done. So that's all cool. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed that. I was going to show you one more thing. I'll just try and remember what it is, and then we'll finish this video off. Okay, the last little bit I just wanted to show you is that they have some really good statistics. So obviously I have the 2 subscribers, 2 people opened it, and there was 1 click. And if you click report, you can dig down into, you can set up all sorts of things too, you know, what means an order, what an order means, and if people get to a thank you page and all that kind of thing. But for this case, obviously there's only 2 subscribers, they're both me, and we only set this up today. So we've had 2 opens and we've had 1 click. We can go down further and learn more about it. We can see what clicks were actually clicked inside the email as well, which is really interesting. And we can see who the subscribers were that opened it the most. Well, that was me. Now, interestingly, you may want to take this with a grain of salt because I'm not in America, but my hosting company is, so I assume that's why that's done that. However, if you dig around, there's actually a lot more to it than that. And if you can use your analytics really well, they can teach you a lot. The last thing I really wanted to touch on without actually going to any detail at all, because you can't actually access it on the free version, but that is automation. And that's the sort of things that are available to you if you choose one of the paid packages at some stage in the future. And that will mean things like somebody signing up to hear about your book or to download your free content. And then when they eventually buy something from you, you can have them automatically move from the free list onto a paid list, and you can then send them the appropriate messages based on the list they're on, which is based on the activity they've done. Now, that's just one version of automation. There are loads and loads of it, and you can come in and explore to your heart's content. But I just wanted to make you aware of it, and that's what makes the email programs things which we call autoresponders, because they will automatically respond to whatever activity your potential client or customer makes. So, sorry, this last video seems to have gone on and on and on. Hopefully it's helped you. If not, or if you need some more detail or some more clarification on anything, let me know. Sorry for the ramble. I'll be getting better and better at these videos. I haven't done any for a while, so this is the first sort of series that I've done for a while, but I do love creating them, especially when it is just to show you how to do some of the simple and basic things that can get you going towards the goal that you have online. And you'll find, as I said before, that your knowledge will grow as you grow with it. All right. Thank you for listening. It's been great. Please come and check us out at Mission Mojo, and obviously at Mission Mojo Facebook group as well. And hopefully you can participate in a challenge in the future with us. We'll be running plenty of those as well. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.